Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking on, well, something a bit different. A deep dive into a narrative true crime source, focusing on a disappearance. Our mission is, as always, to pull out the most poignant details, the questions that still hang in the air. Basically, to give you a shortcut to understanding what it really means for someone to just vanish.
Exactly. And today we're focusing on the unsolved disappearance of Leonor Moreira. What's really striking about the source material here is how intimate it feels. It's almost haunting. It doesn't just list facts, it really draws you into the human side of it. A life cut short and that silence left behind.
Okay, let's get into it then. The source. It just drops you right into Leonor's last known moments.
Yeah.
Right before everything changed, it paints this incredibly vivid scene of just a totally normal Saturday, the sky, described as that kind of gray that makes you think it might rain but never does. Her favorite white sneakers, the ones that tiny blue paint stain you couldn't scrub off.
Yeah, I remember that detail.
Her mom calling out, "Grab the bread!" Just everyday things.
It's these small things, isn't it? They make her so real. Counting cracks in the pavement for good luck, seeing the number 12 bus go by.
Observing things, like that creaking gate at number 7. Even her thoughts about someone named Diogo, a woman walking her dog.
And that smell from the bakery, the comfort of it, it builds this picture of complete, utter normalcy.
Right. And then it hits you. The source just pivots. Suddenly it's footsteps, not mine, behind me.
Yeah.
My shadow grew longer, doubled. I turned darkness.
And that's it, that abrupt shift. It's incredibly effective, narratively speaking, going from those mundane, relatable details straight into nothing. Into that darkness. It really amplifies the shock, the suddenness of it all.
It absolutely does. So let's lay out the known facts. Leonor Moreira, 17 years old. She went missing on April 11th, 1998. It was just after 6:30 in the evening.
And she was just going to the bakery, right? Only 3 blocks from her house.
Exactly. In Barro Novo, which the source calls Lisbon's quieter cousin, a seemingly safe, familiar route.
And the initial investigation, well, the leads were thin from the start, weren't they? You had witnesses like Mrs. Pereira, she saw Leonor, she also saw a white van parked near a closed school, a man leaning against it, smoking, staring.
A detail like that seems crucial. The man, the van.
It could have been, but the source points out the critical missing piece. Nobody took down the plate.
That's devastating.
It really is, especially back then, pre-ubiquitous cameras, that one detail lost, a potential lead gone cold almost instantly.
And then, that chilling message. 3 days later.
Yeah, 3 days after she vanished, her older brother, Tiago, got a call on the family landline. The message was just, "She's not far, but don't scream."
God, that's terrifying. Did they trace it?
They did, to a public phone booth down by the train station, but well, that didn't lead anywhere specific either.
So despite these fragments, the search itself was massive. Dogs, helicopters, patrols combing the area day and night.
A huge effort, covering everything.
But the result? Just nothing.
It tells you a lot, doesn't it? About how someone can just disappear even with everyone looking. Those first hours, days are so critical, but without a clear direction, it's incredibly difficult.
And the community? How did they react initially?
Oh, immediately. Hundreds of posters went up overnight. The local paper covered it extensively. Her classmates even organized a march, all wearing white. A real outpouring.
But that initial unity probably frayed as time went on, and rumors started.
Inevitably. You had the usual theories ran away, maybe. Then there was talk about a local man, someone with a record.
Was he looked at seriously?
He was questioned thoroughly, apparently, but ultimately, no charges, no leads, no trace. Another dead end.
And the official investigation just petered out.
Yeah. The source says the police formally shelved the active case 2 years later. Just stopped, which must have been another blow.
You can only imagine. And the impact on her family, it's just heartbreaking. The source describes how her parents never moved house.
No, they stayed. Kept her room exactly as she left it.
School books, still on the desk. Those white sneakers with the paint stains still there by the door, waiting.
It's a life frozen, isn't it? And every year, April 11th, they light candles outside the bakery where she was headed. A quiet, persistent act of remembrance.
And it wasn't just them. The ripple effect, as you mentioned.
Oh, definitely. The bakery owner, he remembered her, not just as a customer, but her kindness, asking about his mother. Small things, but they stick.
And her best friend, Joanna.
She eventually left the country, moved away in 2002, but the source says she still writes Leonor a letter every single year.
Wow. Where does she keep them?
In a box, just in case. That just in case says everything, doesn't it? That lingering, maybe illogical, but very human hope.
Yeah. And her brother, Tiago, the one who got the phone call.
His life completely changed, dropped out of university, and even years later, the source says he still checks missing person forums, still chases dead ends.
One event just derailing so many lives, holding them captive in a way.
Absolutely. Suspended animation is a good way to put it.
And the town itself changed. People moved away, sure. But the source makes a point. Anyone who lived there in 98, they remember.
Mm.
They remember the girl who vanished with nothing but a shadow left behind.
That phrase is so powerful. It speaks to how a community carries that scar.
It becomes part of the collective memory, a shared trauma almost. And when the official investigation goes cold, people naturally start trying to fill the void themselves, speculating.
Which leads us to the theories that emerged over time, the darker possibilities. There's the trafficking angle, that white van, the one Mrs. Pereira saw. Apparently it matched descriptions from another case around that time.
Right. That introduces this element of organized crime, something bigger, more sinister than just a local incident.
And then there was that sighting, unconfirmed, but still, in Barcelona 2 years later.
Yeah, the description was harrowing. Thin, pale, silent.
Even if it wasn't her or couldn't be proven, that kind of rumor, it must offer a strange mix of hope and horror for those who knew her. Exactly. It's that tormenting what if she's out there, but like that. It keeps the wound open.
But perhaps even more unsettling, in a way, was the theory that it was someone from the neighborhood.
Uh-huh. That one hits differently, because the implication is it was someone familiar, someone who knew her habits, her route, knew when she'd be alone, knew she wouldn't be missed immediately.
Someone who blended in. It suggests a betrayal right there in the community.
A deep one. And it makes everyone look over their shoulder, doesn't it?
And the source mentions one more, the most chilling theory.
Yes. The idea that she was taken, kept alive for a period.
And then discarded. Somewhere no one looked.
It implies a level of cold calculation, of cruelty that's just hard to fathom.
They searched the nearby forest, didn't they, extensively?
They did, but again, no signs, nothing found, which just adds another layer of frustrating mystery.
So ultimately, there's just no resolution, no closure.
None. As the source puts it, there is no grave, no goodbye, no official ending.
She became, like so many others, unfortunately, one of many, a face on a pole, a memory in a drawer, just frozen, a girl frozen in time.
And that state of perpetual missing, it carries such a unique psychological weight for the family, the friends, the whole community. The source ends on this really resonant note. Every now and then, someone still whispers her name. Every now and then, someone still looks back when footsteps echo. It captures that lingering unease, that sense that it's never truly over.
And that final line, and somewhere, someone still knows.
Chilling, isn't it? The idea that the truth is out there, locked away in someone's memory, maybe just one person.
So we wrap up this deep dive here. The hardest fact remains undeniable. Leonor Moreira's body was never found, but traces remain. Echoes. That gate at number 7, the source says it still creaks. The bakery has new owners now, but maybe on quiet Saturdays. The winds still carry something, a sense of absence.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, about this specific kind of loss. A life that just stops, leaves no physical trace, and creates a mystery that lasts for decades. What does that do to a family, to a community? Living with that kind of silence, that void, it forces us to ask, what does it truly deeply mean to be missing?